On Tech Today, across all our platforms, we cover so much technology, business, auto, lifestyle, that sometimes we think we know it all. And all of that theory doesn't always translate into practice, especially if even us tech geeks get complacent. And what if I told you that for 35 rupees, Google will tell you about where all of your data is compromised? Well, it's not that simple. It's a slightly long and circuitous process. But I can tell you that a Google One subscription, which is selling for 35 rupees right now, I'm sure they'll scale it up in a few months. But using that, you get a bunch of features and advantages, especially for all your tech profiles. Tech Today's Danny D'Cruz was using Google One subscription and found out that a lot of his data has actually leaked on the dark web. So here's some useful tips from Tech Today's Danny D'Cruz about making sure your data is safe and secure.
We all have heard about instances where people have lost lakhs of rupees to scams and even their personal information like email IDs and passwords to data breaches. But more often than not, we just read these reports and then shrug them off thinking we'll never be a victim of these. Unfortunately, that's not always the case, and I found that out the hard way. Now, before I tell you what happened to me, let me try to explain how this tool is used to find out if you were a part of a data breach. Now, it all started when I got to know that WhatsApp chat backups will no longer be free on Google Drive. Now, Tech Today has extensively covered this aspect, so if you want to know more about the new policy on Google Drive, please head to our website. When I got to know that the chat backups are not going to be free, I had to purchase a Google One subscription service. Now, what's Google One, you say? Well, Google One is a subscription service where you get cloud storage, where you can save your photos, your videos online, so that you can access it anywhere across platforms. Now, Google sells this service at a price. Now, the current price is just rupees 35 per month, but that's a promotional offer and this price will only be limited for the first 3 months. Now, let's talk about the feature that we all are here for. It's called dark web monitoring. Essentially, what this feature does is it tells you that your critical information such as your name, email ID, date of birth, passwords have been leaked to the dark web. Once you have purchased a Google One subscription, you can head to the main page and there you will find multiple tools and aspects to it. The first is storage, and then you can see your current backups and even clean up some space from your Google Drive. Now, there's a fourth option which is called the dark web report. All you have to do is click on it and then you will be asked some information such as your name, your date of birth and your phone number as well. So all you have to do is confirm it to Google and then you'll have to hit search. And once you allow it to search your data on the dark web, you can see all the results. Now, say you found out that your data was part of a breach. What can you do? Well, Google has a few suggestions for you. To find those out, all you have to do is click on that very instance and then look at the data that was leaked, and then you can find out suggested next steps where Google will tell you what to do. The results of this tool were shocking to me, but all we can do is learn from it. So just be vigilant when you're online and stay tuned to Tech Today to see all the tips and tricks to stay safe.